everyone, welcome to The Explainer. So, today we're tackling a word you probably hear thrown around honestly every single day, narcissism. It's kind of become this catch-all pop culture term for anyone who, takes way too many selfies or acts a little selfishly. But what does it actually mean? Well, we're going to completely dismantle those simplistic myths today. We'll break down the clinical reality, explore the deeply fascinating and honestly sometimes pretty destructive faces of this trait, and see what the science actually says. So get comfortable and let's dive right in.
All right, Section 1, the myth of Narcissus and its ancient origins.
Long before the very first smartphone selfie, the ancient Greeks and Romans had this mythical figure who was literally fatally obsessed with his own image. Picture this, right? Narcissus was a breathtakingly handsome guy traveling the world, supposedly searching for someone to love. A nymph named Echo completely fell for him, but he brutally rejected her. Ice cold. Well, shortly after that, he caught sight of his own reflection in a river, and he fell instantly, hopelessly in love with himself. The real tragedy here, he was completely unable to tear himself away from that reflection, and he actually ended up drowning right there. A flower marked the spot where he died, which, we still call the Narcissus today. It's a highly cinematic, tragic end that brilliantly illustrates the extreme, destructive nature of self-obsession.
But moving from ancient myth to modern clinical reality, narcissism isn't just some trendy buzzword you read in a magazine advice column. It is a very real, measurable set of psychological traits. At its absolute core, the psychological definition of narcissism is a grandiose and pretentious self-image. It's this deep-seated belief, obviously to varying degrees, that you are fundamentally better looking, smarter, and just way more important than everybody else around you. And because of that, you inherently deserve special, totally favorable treatment.
Moving on to Section 2, the two faces of narcissism, grandiose versus vulnerable.
Now here is where the science gets incredibly fascinating, and it's actually the main focus of our explainer today. Psychologists recognize two dramatically different faces of narcissism. On one hand, we have grandiose narcissism. This is your loud, extroverted, dominant archetype.